It feels a lot like Sunderland, doesn't it? It's the same result and the same, I suppose, manner of performance, not putting the ball in the back of the net.
Exactly the same thing. Not putting the ball in the back of the net. Again, same as Sunderland, numerous final third entries, numerous crosses, numerous shots, doesn't go in. And then we gift a naive goal away at the other end, exactly the same as Sunderland. I want us to play out, but if it's not on, then the reason we set the team up the way we do is to recognise that. And that's something we can improve on. But at the same time, I'm just so frustrated, and I'm delighted to see the back of 2022 because we dominate the game, we should win the game, and I'm just extremely frustrated to drop another 2 points that we should have collected today.
Is an attacking problem an easier fix than a defensive problem?
No, it's actually harder. I think what you have to do, and what I've done in coming into the club, is try to make sure we're more resilient. We don't concede from set plays, which I was disappointed with our defending from set plays today. We got away with it, to be honest with you. We've conceded, I think, 6 goals in 6 games, which is miles better than when I first came in terms of our stats. But we need to win games, and we have the quality to do that. It's just more adjusting the mentality, and we have to quickly learn from our mistakes. So it's always good to come in disappointed for not losing. There's 3 games back from the break. We're unbeaten, but at the same time, we should have more points on the board.
I think one thing that I suppose you will be pleased with today, there was the fact that we kept plugging away. Obviously, Seri for me was my man of the match, the way he was moving the ball out wide and keeping those opportunities coming. Yeah,
it's the minimum expectation. You saw against Sunderland, the lads will never give up. While I'm manager of this football club, that's the bare minimum. Is to not give up, is to keep going and to show character. My job is to identify our weaknesses, improve on them, but at the same time we need to put teams to bed. We should have beat Sunderland last week. We should definitely have won the game today, but we've got to keep plugging away, keep working, and I'm actually delighted that we've got a game away from home at Birmingham in 2-3 days time.
And you'll be backed by quite a lot of supporters, given the free coach travel for Birmingham and for Wigan. These are 2 very good away opportunities.
I have to say the fans were brilliant today. I want the fans to come. I want, it was a fantastic attendance, great noise in the stadium. I hope that they stick with us because we need them. We need the fans, and we'll have a great support for Birmingham, Wigan, and we'll try and make them proud away from home now.
Delighted to see Said Manesh back on the pitch today.
Delighted, and he showed a little bit of rustiness, but we've got to allow him to play his way back in. I'm so happy to have him back because he's another attacking weapon that we need. Obviously, losing Dimmy's not helpful, and Benji's coming back. If we can just get the balance right between both, we can still be a very, very good team.
And Sinek hasn't started too many matches this season, but do you feel his performance when he came off might warrant a start going forward? He seemed to be really getting at the defence and delivering some crosses.
Against 10 men, you're going to have periods where you dominate and periods where you can have more possession. In the last 2 games, when I brought him on, it's been against 10 men, and he's got quality, like all the players do. It's my job to make sure that we're good in every aspect of the game, and Dodo's always in my thinking in terms of that.
We've drawn today, but did you feel Blackpool could have had a penalty right at the end of the match?
I didn't. To be honest, I was really disappointed with that whole incident. There were 2 clear bad decisions from the referee. One, it gives a yellow card to Greavesy for a tackle. He completely wins the ball. Then he gives another free kick against Greavesy. It's never been a foul. They put the ball in our box, and it's just coming together. I've not seen it back, to be honest with you. But I was more disappointed with the referee's management of the game in the last 15-20 minutes, because if you're 10 men, you want to kill the game. He allowed them to kill the game when we had full control of it.
The players have always said throughout the season, when a game comes thick and fast, that's how they want it. They want to be obviously out on the pitch and play. And
we will address what we need to address. We'll work really, really hard, and I'm really, really excited for the next 2 games against Birmingham and Wigan, because they're really good opportunities to put more points on the board.
Regan, I said to Liam in his interview that it feels very much like Sunderland. It's the same result. Do you feel that it played out the same as well?
Bang saying man sent off again. Makes it harder for us, but we don't help ourselves. Concede a poor goal again on our behalf. I think personally anyway, and I'm pretty sure everyone would agree. And then it just makes it harder for you, doesn't it? It's an uphill battle.
From a player's point of view, was that just down to the decision making in the moment? Do you feel that it could have been just a situation for a long ball away? Given the fact as well, if Jerry Yates doesn't even touch Ingram, the free kick never comes about in the first place.
Yeah, maybe it could have been better decision making, but I wasn't actually involved in that, and that's something that we'll look back at. We'll always look back at the game, so we'll know when we watch it back. But initial thought, probably better decision making.
Are you enjoying the fact that now, especially at home, when Liam has come in, there seems to be a lot more time on the ball as well, and being able to dictate? Obviously, you're going to be disappointed that you haven't won the game today, but it must be an obvious pleasing factor that we're the ones creating the chance of now not having to defend as much.
Yeah, you're right. We are the ones creating them, but we're also the ones not putting them away. So, you know, I could stand here and say, yeah, we drew the game, we didn't lose the game, but ultimately we feel like we dropped 2 points today.
Is that the only thing in comparison to at Bloomfield Road, or do you feel there was anything else that we didn't do in comparison to what we did in the other match?
We just got to be better in both boxes. Today shows that. We can't keep creating as many chances as we are and not finishing up with goals, really.
Try and finish on a positive note. You seem to have kicked on from the start of the season to now. You seem to have built in ability with every game that's gone on. How do you feel 2022 has been for you as a Hull City player?
Yeah, you know, I've enjoyed every minute of it. Obviously playing, so I'm happy at that. Today, chances could have been better and what have you. But yeah, ultimately, yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
And you strike me as the kind of player that just wants to get out at St Andrews now in 4 days' time and rectify and try and get a victory on our travels.
Yeah, definitely, it's up to us, you know. We feel like we should have won the two previous games, so that's the only time to put it right.
I know we're not winning, but you obviously must be encouraged by the way that we're playing. 1 win, 4 draws, 1 defeat. Yes, no clean sheets at home, but there's certainly it's more a case of us not taking our chances, as we've discussed. That's probably obviously more positive than, for example, let's say if we've been on the back foot for the game and we've managed to maybe be in Blackpool's shoes and think, well, we're lucky that we've come away with a point today.
Yeah, definitely. I think the stats would probably show it. We're dominating games now. Like you said, we're creating the chances and things, but we just need to work on that last little bit. You know, we need to start turning all the good play and what have you into 3 points, really.